Okay, we're back inside MatrixGold. We're going to go ahead and just make a real quick engagement ring. So we'll get started. This is size 7, so I'll accept that. Actually, I won't accept that. I'm going to go ahead and get a cathedral ring rail. And we'll take that as size 7 and hit enter. And then first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and offset this curve just slightly, 0.5 down there in my command line, and hit enter. Take that, change it to yellow, and we'll go ahead and actually change everything to yellow for the moment. And from here what we're going to do is go to our gems and get a gem on ring rail and select our ring rail, and we'll bring it up to the 5 location holding down shift. We'll just keep it as a 1 carat and hit enter. Now from here we're going to select our gem, go to our gem guides, hit enter, go to our front view, and we'll drag them up about even with the table of the stone, hit enter, and we'll go back to perspective here, and I'm going to take this curve and I'm going to go ahead and split it. Actually, I'm going to split it at a point, so I'm going to right click, select my curve and my point right in the mid, and click and back out. Hit OK. Just get rid of half of it. Alright. And then I'm going to go to my curves and blend curves from this one here to my point there. And then I'm just going to snap that one right in. And looking at an angle here at it, I'm going to drag that down for a prong, something like that. Yeah, that's good. And hit enter, and I'm going to go back to here because I forgot to offset them. So I want to offset them to a 0.3, and we'll just go ahead and hit enter. And it would drag that curve with it because it's parametric. And then from here what I'm going to do is to take that curve, go to my tools, profile placer, looking down on it, I'm going to swing that around so it lines up with my guide there, and I'm going to go over to my dynamic commands and type in at profile width 1.2, and then my profile height 1.2, enter. And then we'll just drag that to where it kind of goes into the stone there, and we'll hit enter. Now we'll just go ahead and do a surface 1 sweep. We'll take this rail, that profile, hit enter, we'll drag this up to -0.5, and we'll hit enter. We'll take that, go to our command line, CAP, cap, hit enter, and it capped it off. And now we'll take this prong and we'll just go ahead, go to our transform menu and go to mirror and wait for it, and then we'll hit X and multi and hit enter. So there's our prongs. Alright, now from here what we're going to do is just go ahead and we'll just put that under bezel on there for so settings, under bezel, and I'm going to change that profile, this one here, and hit select and do a little manipulation here. Drag that up to around a 1 or so, drag it down a little, and we want to angle it in. We don't need it out so much, something like that, and we'll hit enter. Alright, so there's that part. Now let's go to the shank. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the shank. Let's go ahead and hit edit, and we'll drag this up slightly and we'll drag it over. We'll take this curve Yeah, that's good. Curve here and go to our perspective view, which we're already in, and we'll drag that back. Kind of look up in there. We want it to be right into our bezel, under bezel there, so it goes right into our under bezel, and we'll drag this on in. We'll take it up and drag it back out a little, and we'll take it up a little bit more. Something like that should be fine. Alright, so let's go back to our ring rail and edit it just slightly. I want to take it out to a 2.5 and take it down to a 2.5. And we'll take a look at that. It looks okay. And we'll hit enter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put a profile on this one here. So we'll go to our tools, profile placer. That's our, we'll go ahead and let's see, we want to drag that in, and we'll turn it on wireframe so we can get a better look, and we'll drag it into around a 1.2 like that. We're going to go ahead and add another one around here, and we're going to drag that one over, and actually we'll make it a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, but really it doesn't matter right at this second. And then we're going to go to our front view, and we're going to try and get one around here. And we'll do the same thing. This one, we'll drag it out a little bit, somewhere around there, and we'll make it a little wider, not past 2.5, so around 2.3. And we'll hit enter. Now we're going to go back to that rail again, and we're going to add a different profile. And this one we're going to change to number 2 here. And we'll take that, and we'll go ahead and we'll actually just snap this one to this rail, and we'll bring it in around a 1.5 should be fine. And then we're going to add another one pretty close to where we dropped that circle at, and we're going to drag that over and make it a little wider. Around a 2.0 should be fine. And then we're going to drop another one right down there where we have that third one, and we're going to make this one a little bit wider to 2.5 by 2.5. So we'll take that. Now let's do some sweeping here. So we'll go to our surface menu, surface 1 first, and we'll take this one. We'll take our circles, none, none, none. Okay, we'll do that again. We'll surface 1. This is our rail. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and hit enter. And that's fine for right now. So we'll go ahead and accept that. Now we're going to go do a surface 2. We're going to take this rail in here and this rail here and do our number 2 profiles and hit enter. Let's take a look at that. And we'll go ahead and this bottom one we don't want, so mirror cap off, end dome no. Alright, and we'll go ahead and take that. Okay, so from here what we're going to do is kind of look, see, do we want that gap or do we want it kind of closed in? Let's take that profile here, and we'll do a little editing on it. We'll move it over into our ring a little, just slightly. Hit enter, and we'll take this profile here and we're going to we'll just make that a little bit wider and hit enter. Okay, so we got that. Alright, so we're going at this point we're going to go ahead and take this, which is capped, and this, which is capped on one side, not on the other, and we're going to actually rotate it with the copy. Yes, at F4, hold down shift, swing it around, drop it, get rid of it. So we have this so far. Let's go to our render here, kind of get a look. Alright, let's go back. Now from here what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add another profile. So I'll go to my tools, I'll select this row here, this profile, select it at the top, and we want to hold down shift so it locks it in place, and we're going to take it to our square profile, number 2, and hit enter. We're going to take the outside rail, be this one, and we're just going to make this one a little bit smaller but bigger than our side rails there, and hit enter. Now we'll just go ahead and sweep that. Sweep 2, first row. Before we do that, we have to get a profile here, so we'll type in DUP, and we want to do border, and it's this here, not that, this one, and hit enter. So now we have that profile, if I can get it. There we go. Let's get rid of one of them. There we go. Alright, so let's do a surface 2. One here, this profile here, this profile, and this profile. Hit enter. And we don't want any of that turned on, so we'll turn all that off, and we'll hit enter. Now at this point we're going to take this, and this, and we'll go ahead and join them together. So we have that, and it should be a closed poly surface, which it is. So actually I'm going to go back to this profile and edit it just slightly. I want it a little bit wider. Hit enter. Okay, I broke history by joining them, so let's go back. Okay, we'll go to this profile here, edit it just slightly. I want it a little bit wider. We'll hit enter. Now we'll do that profile sweep again. Sweep 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. Okay. And again, turn off all this junk over here for now. Okay, we'll hold off on joining those together. I just like that look, coming down a little bit wider. And then here what we're going to do is we're going to go to curves, go to ISO curve, select an ISO curve. It's already locked in our 50. We'll take that curve, and we'll go to gems on curve, drag this up slightly, drag these all the way up top here. We want to select our surface, target surface this, and we want to edit both sides. So edit end. First we'll do this one, something like that, and then we'll come up here and do this one. That's 0.8, and we'll change our spacing to fixed. And we'll do a little editing on our spacing. There we go. Yeah. And we'll hit enter. That may or may not. Well, actually we need to drop those stones to girdle, or to table rather. So placement, table. And we'll hit enter. And we'll take those stones and we'll go to cutters, channel cutter, change our cutter to this thing here, select, and we want to go to flat, mirror setting, no, flat. We want to manipulate both sides. We'll go to our wireframe, kind of look at it. We want to drag it out and down. And we want to do the same thing up top here. Drag it out and up slightly. And go to our side view. Drag those up, height down. Go in here, drag our placement up and height down. Check our mids out. Yeah, it looks okay. Go to our, make sure we have enough rail there, which we do, and we'll hit enter. Now at this point what we're going to do is we're going to take our gemstones and our cutters, and we can't mirror it, so we have to rotate it with the copy, yes, from F4, hold down shift, swing it around and hit enter. Click out, and we have them on both sides now. So let's just do one side at a time here just to make sure. So we'll go to our solids, Boolean difference. We'll take this surface, which is not connected, so we have to connect them at this point. So we'll take this, this, and this, and hit join. So abort last command. Okay, this, this, and this. Okay, so this should be a solid now, which it is. And now we can do the Boolean. So let's go ahead and hit our Boolean difference. We'll take this. Wait a minute. Before we do this again, we want to go ahead, because otherwise it may not cut into here. So we're going to go ahead and do another Boolean union. We're going to select this as our first surface, hit enter, take this surface and this surface over here, and hit enter and do our Boolean union with that. And it failed. So we'll go back, abort command, and we'll find out why did it fail. Okay. Take this curve here, edit it just slightly. We'll bring him over in a little, make it a little wider. Hit enter. Now we'll try it. Alright, a Boolean union. This surface, enter. This surface, enter. And again it failed. Alright, well, we'll back out of that. Happens. Abort command. Let's take this surface. It says varies. Close surface. Close surface. Well, we'll check it. Analyze. Tools. Show edges. Any naked edges? No. No naked edges. No non-uniform. Oh, what's going on here? Alright, let's go ahead and select everything and go to there's nothing there. Let's just go to all open, all surfaces, all gems. No, there's nothing there that would say that it's not a good. Okay, well maybe it's because that profile there is on the same plane and it doesn't like it. So what we're going to do is take this curve here and we're going to edit this one right here, and we'll just drag it up just slightly. Sometimes sometimes it doesn't like it being on the same edge. Let's take a look at this one here. Let's take this curve here and we'll just drag him down just slightly. There we go. Alright, let's try this. Boolean union, solids, Boolean union, this surface enter, this surface enter. Yep, there we go. That's all up to. So now all that is good, and we'll go over here and do the same thing to this one. First surface enter, second surface enter. First surface enter, second surface enter, enter. Okay, there we go. And then we'll get rid of that one surface right here. We'll just hide it. So we have this. Okay, and then we'll take this surface and do a Boolean difference. Select second surface, this one and this one, and hit enter, and hit enter again, and there's our stones with our cutout. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and take our stones, go to our settings, prong placer, and we'll drag them up a little. They look pretty decent. Go to our end prong there, and we'll nudge it wrong way, something like that. Probably don't need them that high. Go back to our main. Let's go ahead and take a look at them here. Go to our end, nudge, wrong end. That's this end down here. Diameter a little bit wider, nudge a little bit more. Alright, and top, let's take a look at our top here. diameter a little bit bigger. Oh, come on now. Okay, so that's this one down here. So let's go here. Nudge. And we'll hit enter. Okay, so there's all our prongs. And we'll go to this side. Tools. Solids. Boolean difference. This is our first surface, enter. This is our second surface, enter. And we'll hit enter. And we'll just delete that. We'll go over here, take our prongs, and we will just rotate mirror copy. F4. Rotate it around. There we go. So hide our yellow. Okay, I'm going to go back to my bezel here real quick. Do a little edit, and I'm going to drag this girl in, or this in just like, now it's not touching anymore. And I'll go ahead and take that. We have a nice little band here. Just a real quick way to do a nice little wedding band. And you can change those profiles. Like this, if you go to your turn on yellow again, and if you wanted to, you could take this profile here and you could go back, edit it, change it to like a ribbed one or something, where it has a little ribbing in it. Let's see where they at. Something like this here, and hit select. Turn on our did I switch? I switched the wrong one. This one here is what we wanted to switch. To a little ribbed, something like this. I think we had it this one, so we'll take that one. There you go. So now it offers a little bit different look. And then you can, you know, as you're going along, but a different type. So we'll just back out of that real quick, and the only thing we do now is put that rail across the center here. Go to our tools, go to tools, profile placer, and we want a little profile coming through the center there, and hit select. Bring it in about a 1.5 and bring it down maybe around a 1.3. That should be fine. And it's not sticking through our other rail. We'll just take it to 1.2. We'll go ahead and mirror it on the other side, and we'll hit enter. And we'll do a sweep 1. This rail, that profile, and that little thing right there, and hit enter and enter. So we have that. Now the last thing we want to do is we want to spruce it up a little bit, so we're going to go to our gems and get a gem out there, and we'll make it a small one. it doesn't really matter at this point. It will in a minute. We'll rotate it 90 degrees, and we'll bring it out, and we'll bring it up somewhere around there. Go to our front view, take a look at it. It's pretty close to where we want it. And go to our right view. Need to drag it into place somewhere just about there. And we'll just go ahead and accept that for now, and take a look at it with a bezel on it. So we'll go to settings, and we'll go to bezel, and that bezel doesn't need to be that far on top of it, and that doesn't need to be that deep. And we'll angle this a little bit more to the straight. Something like that. Let's go to our front view. That's a little heavy there, so we'll take it down a little. Something like that. And actually we'll take that, and then we'll go to our stone. Just make our stone just a little bit smaller. Something like that. Hit enter, go to our bezel one more time. Hit enter. Go to our perspective, take a look. We can angle that a little bit more. And we could probably go ahead and drag that stone back as well, just a little bit. Something like that. And hit enter, and then the only thing we need to do now is take that and take this and go to transform, mirror to the other side, which will be our x-axis, not our y, and we'll hit enter. And now we have a nice little wedding band. Offers a little bit something different. Spruce it up for love. We can sit there and go into our render view and grab a ruby. We want this stone. Oh, we need to ungroup that. This stone here, this stone here, ruby, apply. Now we got a little love going on. But there you go. There's another, just a real easy way to make a little beautiful engagement ring. The only thing you have to do now is just group or Boolean your under here and your bezels and prongs, and you're good to go. But it's a nice little little wedding band. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and we'll see you later. Good designing.